Hello my friends, it's going to be a very brief one today. It's Roger from here, and this is Sir David Attenborough, who I contacted 5 years ago, and he did respond very graciously. I was very surprised. Now, he's going to talk about mythical creatures, and then I am going to talk about what we can do to find some. Okay, it's Roger, and I don't say my last name, and I don't see these words because they're not really much allowed on the internet. So I'm going to try to keep away from those words. And it's best for you too if you comment. Now, those things that I just mentioned, which are these things, samples, and now analyzed, there was a 36-inch tip along and that tip. Now, I'm going to just explain to you what they did. Bacterial DNA was extracted from each of the 3 submitted samples, which are these soft tissue things that preserved in what I called wet, muddy conditions. So these submitted things that are the things we're talking about, using the Gene Clean Ancient DNA Extract Kit, MP Bio Solon OH, whatever that means, according to the manufacturer's instructions. All right, so, and it was, it took 2 months to do this, now, to get the results back. I don't know how long it took to actually do the test, but what they did was PCR analysis, which is the deep stuff. And qualitative PCR analysis incorporated all these primers and targeted specific sequences. That's what we needed to do, because I said all I want to do is prove that they are human. And so that's what we did. And these were the extractions. And I took the samples, and I did it extremely well, deep inside. I know what I was doing, and they came back dense, 2 out of the 3 of them. And the third one, I know why it wasn't dense, is because it was from such an extremely eroded thing I wanted to see. It was this one right here. That one, and that's the gigantic thing, and that was I probably showed you that, the lung. Anyway. And it goes down and tells it, and these are the positive, the negative controls are negative. Now this one here was negative for the second set of primers. So the other one, both of them were good, and this one wasn't. Those 2 were good. And that one there that's enough to signify it's human DNA. Now, as it goes down, it talks about how it is submitted the samples, and this is what these sequences are: Homo sapien mitochondrial cytochrome B gene and Homo sapien mitochondrial D loop region. Same thing with this one. Those were the 2 that had both things signified. Now, and here's the CTAGs. All right. It's a certified test done by one lab, and then they sent the results to the other lab to be sequenced. Anyway, so this is very serious work. This is not silly. And the CAT scans, and I mean, there's nothing else to do. We had an anatomist. I don't know how much more I could prove this. Okay, this is Jonathan Ross again. He's a TV show host, and David Attenborough. We all know who he is. World-famous explorer for many, many years. He's 83 years old now, and I think he would like to end his career on a very positive note of understanding reality, and I'm really want to engage with him. Now, here's what he's going to say. I'm going to just let this play out. It's only going to go for another 3 minutes or so. Here goes.
I'm more curious as to whether there are parts of the world where you still think, you know what, one day if I get the time, I'm going to...
I wish I had been able to go to Tibet before China was there, the old, I mean, that must have been going back to the Middle Ages. Yeah. It must have been fabulous.
Well, who knows, maybe they'll open up, maybe it will change.
Well, it's opened up now, but it's different.
Where do you stand on undiscovered animals of the sort that we're excited about, but perhaps on there? I believe the study of it is called cryptozoology. I don't know whether it's an actual science or kind of made up thing. The Yeti, the abominable snowman, Sasquatch, the Bigfoot thing, the Loch Ness monster. Do you think there's those sort of things are out there that we haven't found?
I don't think there's a Loch Ness monster because if there was one, there would have to be two or three.
Yeah,
There would have to be a family, and if it was an ichthyosaur or something, an air-breathing creature, it would be coming up all the time. So I don't think that. But I am absolutely baffled by the abominable snowman, which is also called the Yeti or the Sasquatch, because very, very convincing footprints have been found.
Yeah.
What made them? And I'm talking particularly about abominable snowman, which have had footprints at 18, 19,000 feet. Nobody goes up to 19,000 feet just to make a joke.
Certainly not barefoot.
Certainly not
Yeah,
barefoot.
flip-flops on at the very least.
Now, I just want to make a mention that David Attenborough just had a new fossil named after him that apparently he discovered of the first fish that they believe copulated like human beings do and had the baby born internally, and they named this fossil after him. So you should watch this whole video. It's very interesting. I'll probably put a link if I can remember. Here it goes.
Yeah, that's right. So I think there's an unanswered problem there.
Wow, so there probably is. You think there
Yeah.
might well be? Oh, that's exciting. Let's do a show.
Why not?
Let's go, well, you know what?
It's a deal.
I don't want to travel there. Let's do a show like with Andrew Lloyd Webber. You could still be the abominable snowman. How exciting. That would be, wouldn't it be great if they found something like that? Because that's
Do one with Roger from here.
really what would excite us, I think, more
Oh,
than
but
anything is
wait a
a
minute.
big kind of species. Or
Well,
big-
what about a fossil fish that were the first fish to actually copulate?
Yeah,
What
not
about
as
that?
interesting, I'll be honest with
It's very, very interesting.
you. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't even want to be named after that. Or have it named after me, should have been the joke. I get so excited when I see the shows, partly because I love finding out about the world, and I know that I'm going to see it, but also because, you know, I can show it to my children, and it's weird. I don't know if you've experienced this, but when I have one of your shows on DVD, or when I know it's coming on, almost always, it's a hard sell. I say, come and see this, I'm going to see a thing about better. But the minute it starts, and they see the incredible photography that your team have captured for us, and your voiceover comes in, and it's clearly, you know, they get hooked. They're there for the duration. So this might seem selfish, but I hope you don't plan on stopping any time in the near future.
I don't.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in saying thank you to the one and only Sir David Attenborough?
Okay, Sir David, let's team up because I don't plan on stopping either. And we're both getting along there, brother. All right? I'd really honestly love to hook up. All right, thank you.